Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome from Zonta District 25 to all our friends from media, press and social media platforms. I'd like to start by introducing the ladies and gents on the dais. Joining us virtually is District Liaison Zontian Fernanda Gallo Fresci from Italy. Buongiorno, madam, and thank you for joining us so early in the morning hours. Governor Zontian Eric Alavia from India. Parliamentarian Zontia Dilruba Ahmed from Bangladesh. Past District Governor Zontian Shehnaz Nathani from Sri Lanka. Lieutenant Governor Zontian Srijana Rana from Nepal. Today marks the beginning of the 3-day event of 16th Zonta District 25 Conference. Zonta District 25 is celebrating its Pearl Anniversary year. This conference aims to deliberate together on our Zonta goals, to understand root causes related to issues of women and girl child, and to endeavor for equal opportunities, new opportunities, which is our conference theme. I'd like to call upon our friends from the media to introduce themselves and their publications. Do you want to start?
Hello, good morning everyone.
Introduce yourself.
I am Sonatala from Kadak News Network.
Sorry, you open. Sorry. Mr. Kapadia.
Good morning, friends, and congratulations for such a brilliant initiative. My name is Reena Lokesh. I worked with the Internationalists for 8 years, but I started my venture called Remarkable, which is a platform for stories of sense and not sensationalism. And I truly believe in it. And my brand is called Remarkable with a purpose, because it's all about meaningful content, and I'll be very happy to be associated with doing some special stories for you. Thank you and have a good day.
This very shy gentleman next to me is Mr. Kishore Kapadia. He handles Gujarati press Janmabhoomi, Divya Bhaskar and such. Is Mumbai Samachar also.
मैं अंकित मिश्रा न्यूज़ फर्स्ट नेटवर्क से आया हूँ।
Good morning, everybody. My name is Nakshri, and I pretty much am a freelance blogger, and it would be fabulous to kind of feature. And I think it's very important to really connect from the heart to projects like this, and I think it's a fantastic movement that you guys have started. And we're really looking forward to having many more clubs in India, and kind of get the youngsters more into this movement. And I'm going to be very happy to be part of this along with each one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ashwin. Though not present today, our conference write-up will also be covered by Parsi Times, Jami Jamshed and Parsiana publications. To give a very small brief, Zonta District 25 is part of Zonta International with member countries India, Bangladesh, Nepal and Sri Lanka. Zonta International is a classified service organization of executives in business and profession, working together to empower women through service and advocacy. It is a non-governmental, non-political and non-secretarial organization with its headquarters in Chicago, Illinois, USA. Zonta's 100-year history speaks of its commitment at international, district and club levels. To improve legal, political, economical, educational, health and social professional status of women. This binomial, our global initiative have been end child marriage, say no to violence against women and girls, close the gender gap in education. As per the UN call and Zonta International call, 25th November to 10th December is the activism period. 25th November being the International Day of No Violence Against Women. The end of activism period is 10th December, which is International Day of Human Rights. Women rights are human rights. This is the period when UN says to orange the world. Zonta says no to violence with this banner. I'll just show it to you, sorry. It is, Zonta says no to violence against women. May I request Governor Zontian Eric Alavia to address the press and present your report.
Good morning, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. As Zontian Dina has stated, what Zonta is, what are our goals, and as far as my report is concerned, I wouldn't be presenting the report now. It will be later on in the course of the meeting. Before I could say anything, I would request our district parliamentarian, Dilruba Ahmed, to please brief you all. And if you have any questions to the panel, to our people sitting on the dais, you can definitely ask, because I think I have already spoken at length to you all. So I request Zontian, our district parliamentarian, Zontian Dilruba Ahmed, to take it up from here. You can.
Governor Eric, and a very, very good morning to the members of the press, media, television, blogger, and our fellow Zontians. I'm really delighted to be here with you this morning and would like to share my passion about Zonta. Zonta, you all know, has been founded in 1919, and it has crossed 100 years, and we are fighting for one cause: women's rights are human rights. And we are happy that we have made some strides, but still we have to go on a long time before that we can overcome the discriminations that lie in the society. Our aim is to advance the status of women worldwide, legally, politically, educationally, economically, and however we can, wherever we can. Today, Zonta has embarked in a new challenge, to face the new challenge of environment. As you know, global warming has become the issue of the day, and Zonta has released new methods, new policies of how we can take up the challenge, because it has been seen that environment, global warming affects women. And this COVID-19 is also affecting women in a larger way. Climate change and COVID-19, because of the COVID-19, the girls are at risk, their parents are getting them married because of the liabilities that they're facing. So we, as Zontians, take up each and every issue of Zonta, take it up in our club levels, then in our district levels, that is the 4 member countries that we are working together, and then we work locally and we also think globally. If there's something more that you want me to say, I can carry on, but I think let's hear everyone else what they need to say about Zonta's mission. Our mission, as you know, is to advance the status of women, and our vision is to see a world free of violence, and that every woman does not live in fear and can exercise their own rights, the right to property, own land, and get equal wage and enjoy equal opportunities. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Mr. Governor.
Thank you, Parliamentarian Dilruba Ahmed. Now I request our past district governor, Zonishan Shahnaz Nathani, who is from Colombo, Sri Lanka. She would also like to say a few words.
Thank you, Kaveri. Good morning to everybody here, especially the press, and thank you for covering this event. I think Zonishan Dilwa has said everything about what Zonta is about. She's covered it very well, so I wouldn't want to repeat it. But what I would like to say is that we in Sri Lanka also strive in whatever way possible to help women achieve equality, and especially during the COVID-19, it's so sad to see what women have been going through, and I think we all know that especially the working from home, the lockdowns that people have had, it's the woman that has been affected the most. And I think, I don't think it's only Sri Lanka, but I think it's everywhere else, where it's the woman that has suffered more than she normally did with abuse. And we saw that going up in high numbers. So we also carry out various projects to help women. I wouldn't want to enumerate it here. I mean, if I talk to individually, I can tell you all. But we have 4 clubs in Sri Lanka, in Colombo and Kandy. And even though it was locked down, we really worked very hard to help out these women. I think it was Lakshmi who said that she would like to, she would want to get involved with the organization. Is she a member of the Zonta Club? So that would be lovely if again have you join one of the clubs in Bombay. I think Zonta needs people like you all to join the organization and to give the publicity, the credibility that we have. And I must say that we in Sri Lanka during the lockdown and we carried on a project to help equipment for hospitals, and people were dying all over the world, not only in Sri Lanka, but they were dying, and one of the reasons was because of the lack of equipment. And in our part of the world, government hospitals, what did they have? Really nothing. So we carried out a project, our clubs, and we raised over 7 million rupees in 2 weeks, and that was only because of the credibility of Zonta and the trust that the people had in Zonta, and not for any other reason that we were able to raise that kind of money overnight, which we normally can't do. So yes, Zonta is a very credible organization, and I would love to see a lot of these people, I mean not only Lakshmi, but a lot of you all who are here to join the organization and do whatever you all can to help them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, past District Governor Shahnaz Nathani. And to add further, she rightly said that the pandemic has not only affected Sri Lanka, it has affected all the 4 countries in our district: India, Nepal, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. And these 2 years have been trying times, tough times. But I must definitely say our Zonshans have really worked up. They have taken up projects, and projects have continued, work has continued, and we have made a niche in society, especially during the pandemic, where we have come across borders and have helped each other in every possible way. Whatever limited resources we had, we have done our best to help each other as much as possible. So that is in true spirit what Zonta expects us to do. Thank you. May I request our Lieutenant Governor, Shri Jana Rana. She represents Kathmandu, Nepal. And in Nepal we have 2 clubs, one in Kathmandu and one in Pokhara, and she will be speaking on their behalf. Over to you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, let me tell you that how proud we must be that today we are working in an International Women's Association. So it's not only Nepal, India, Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, but we are now part of an International Women's Association, which is 100 years old. So this is something that we really need to be proud of, to be able to say that today we just don't work in our country, but we work in a district level and at international level as well. In our part of the world, or in many countries, there's still challenges. Imagine there is still child marriage, violence against women is still a burning issue. We are trying, but it's still not, we are not out of it. So along with these two main issues that I would like to mention, what are the three things that we need to do? One is for the girl to have education. One is economic empowerment, without which they can't come out totally. Thirdly is that we have to have the world has to be free of these things. So keeping in mind getting the women out of being a victim of violence against women, child marriage, we have to work, we are all in all part of in 63 countries where Zonta has all the clubs, all of these countries, and today in the district where we represent 4 countries, we strongly work on these issues. So this is what I wanted to say. And with that, I also want to mention that every voice, every helping hand, every bit of support counts. Together we are stronger. Together we can make an impact. It is important to support each other, continue to foster our community, and we want to make a difference. So this is what we do. We follow the Zonta's mission and vision. In Nepal, actually I'm the Lieutenant Governor representing the district, but then, the Governor said to mention a few things about Nepal. Nepal is 8 years old when it comes to Zonta. We have 2 clubs, and we have been working tirelessly in all the issues that we already mentioned, and along with that, advocacy is another topic that I want to mention, because if we don't have a right legally, then whatever we do is not going to have an impact. So where there's advocacy, where there's education, where there's economic empowerment, where there's sanitation for women, because if there are no proper toilet facilities, the girls are dropping out from school. So the issues are never ending. We are trying, we come as one under one umbrella, and we are going to keep on working towards our mission and vision. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zonchan Srijana. May I request our international representative and our district liaison, Zonchan Fernanda Gallo Freschi, to kindly comment.
Thank you, Governor Eric. Dear dignitaries, fellow Zontians, and distinguished guests from the press, I bring you greetings and wishes on behalf of our international board, and special congratulations on holding one of the very few district conferences in person in the world in this biennium. For the press, thank you very much for covering us. It's very important for us to be visible. Visibility brings us more volunteers, brings us more helping hands, but also brings us more recognition by the UN, by their agencies, and the entire world. For you, my personal definition of Zonta, Zonta is very much in my heart. I am a second generation Zontian, and the way I like to think about our organization is that we are committed to improve the quality of life of women and girls at 360 degrees in every stage of their life and under every sky. But I would like to give you, dear press, some insights about our wonderful District 25, where you are attending our conference in these days. District 25 is at the forefront of our signature project, Ending Child Marriage, which is held together with UNFPA and UNICEF in 12 countries, and 3 of them belong to District 25. So it's India, Bangladesh, and Nepal. District 25 combats severe challenges to women and girls' human rights. But and they do it with passion, and they do it with commitment, and they do it with effectiveness. But at the same time, they are icebreakers in the Zonta world. They made history this biennium with the first man governor. An example that will be followed next biennium, also in our African district, District 18. And they realized the first intercontinental twinning with an American district. So setting a bridge within our Zonta community for mutual support and cooperation to our Zonta mission. What finally makes me very proud of this district is that within it, I feel surrounded by a very special Zonta spirit of empathy and friendship. This spirit makes the Zonta value proposition unique among many service organizations. Best wishes, District 25, on your conference. I am very sorry that I'm only attending virtually, but my heart is with you, and many thanks again to the press for giving us visibility and helping our mission in this way. Thank you.
Governor, it wants me to add further. I would like to mention that Zonta enjoys NGO status with the UN, and many service projects and programs have been taken throughout the world to raise the status of women, to make sure that women are safe. This 16 days of activism, I should say, is sort of an advocacy program, creating awareness amongst the peoples of the world that violence against women is a heinous act, and that everyone, every individual must take it up very seriously. We had launched a program, He for She. I wonder if you know about that. That every man joins a woman, the women, to prevent violence from happening. They are the advocates, because it's the men who should realize that violence against women is a crime. And therefore, this program has been launched, and there's another program, Me Too. Let's share your story. Every woman in her lifetime, I wouldn't say every woman, every one woman in three have in their lifetime have been abused in some way. Yes, in some way, either in their childhood or in the youth or even now. So Zonta is creating awareness, and this awareness is that every woman has a voice, and that collectively we are strong. And we shall get stronger day by day when we realize that men are joining our fold. Our struggle is not to fight against the men, but to ask them, to invite them to join our fold. And District 25 has made a difference in the world by having a male governor. And I congratulate Bombay, Zonta Clubs of Bombay, for inducting male members who have been very, very influential in raising the status of women and working for the cause of women. And today, I remember Mr. Said, Mr. Ruya, for their wonderful work that they've done. I personally feel that they have been Zontian true spirit, with us working together, hand in hand, feeling and giving out their best to make a difference in the world. It's not Bombay, it's not Chittagong, it's not Kathmandu, it's not Colombo. It's the world that we are working together. Together, let us make a difference, and as you know, we raise funds for our programs and projects. And 1/3 of the funds that we raise, we donated to the Zonta International, so that every woman counts. There's a foundation, and there are many types of foundation. We have the scholarship programs. Then we give out, we have a Rose Fund, which is an unrestricted fund. From there, the money is given to all the service projects that are run around the world. Since 1945, we have embarked on service programs and projects, and we are working since then. Safe Cities in Guatemala, then Fistula, and then so many things. Governor must have enlightened you. A Liberia, yes, Madagascar, in India, Nepal, Bangladesh, all have been benefited, because sometimes women say that our country needs so much help, why should we give this money to Zonta International? So I've been foundation ambassador to Bimea, and I've been telling them it's not you and I, it's the world women that counts. So we have to worry about all the women in the world. We had, there's no Zonta in Afghanistan, but we had Afghan learning. So we wanted to educate each and every woman, and today you've seen all over the world, girls like Malala coming up from these countries. Well, with the Taliban, you know, exercising all sorts of restrictions, still Zonta is there to promote them, to motivate them, come out of your cocoon, face the world, we are with you, and together we can make a difference. We are making a difference. And I'm sure in the next 50 years, our generations to come and generations to follow will have a better world. I can tell you, in my house, my granddaughter, she has a mind of her own, and then she exercises all the younger generation. They know what they need, what women's rights are, and they can prevent themselves from many other problems. So thank you, Governor, again, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. We would like to answer if the press, if you have any questions to ask us. We have the Hindi press. अगर जो आपको कुछ पूछना है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. ठीक है? हम पैनल में से कोई भी आपसे बात कर सकते हैं. I think we have sufficiently. Yeah. Can we have the mic over there, please?
Yeah, so just 2 points I would like you to clarify. One is, we all realized during the pandemic that violence is just not physical. The violence will be mental and emotional. And a lot of women at home have faced it, because since it's a women's program, obviously it's women, but also men face violence. So it's both ways. So is there a certain program or something that sensitizes people towards mental violence as well, and about mental health? That's one. And secondly, how important it is to reach out to relevant schools in our country. It's just not about the Kendriya Vidyalayas or schools which are government funded, but also private schools which are probably international schools as well, where children come from also disturbed homes. So I think, is there a plan to diversify the entire project to meet people from every strata of the society? Thank you.
Thank you. Let me be upfront before I answer this question. You had said mental issues, mental problems. This is much prevalent in the West. Our countries, still it's not clear about mental issues and mental state of mind. We are not mentally prepared to tackle these challenges. I'll give you a clear-cut example. During our times, when we were students, we were, compartmentalized. Either you are a clever student or a dull student. Today, 25 years later, you have children compartmentalized as dyslexic, learning disabilities, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, which all these things were much more earlier in the West. Today, Asian countries are now aware of tackling mental health issues, especially when this pandemic shocked the entire world. So, being a school principal of a co-ed school in Bombay, my school is a nearly 82, 83-year-old school. We try to have classes. We have a full-time counselor, a school counselor, and very often she keeps on conducting lessons, taking sessions with the boys as well as girls, sometimes together, and sensitizing them about importance of gender equality. And as you rightly said, that not only women but even men have been mentally, physically being affected, especially during the pandemic. It was earlier always there behind the curtain, but during the pandemic, it's coming out. So sessions are conducted, and boys and girls are made aware that they need to respect women, they need to respect their sisters, they need to respect the girls, okay? And the girls are also made aware of respecting boys, because certain laws are, like, for example, if sometimes we have had cases, even men have been victimized for many reasons whatsoever. So such issues need to be tackled and taken care of. So now this mental health issue is a major issue which is now talk of the town, especially during the pandemic, especially taken up by Asian countries. I hope that answers.
If I may just add to what my governor said, because I saw that you're very concerned about the school children. The cybercrime has also been one of a very big issue. So for that, we have been taking up a lot of programs on that, and also self-defense. So we've been conducting a lot of classes on self-defense. So these two would be again added to the school children, how to protect themselves. Thank you.
Actually, I would like to answer your specific question about women and children who were affected during the pandemic. And our club in Sri Lanka, we actually had a specific program for women. We run something called a Mitru Pyasa, which I don't know how to translate in English, but it's part of a hospital where women can come in for counseling. And that operated during the lockdown, and we had a special number where women could call, and we had a lot more people calling in at that time, very specifically for this, women who were at home and who were mentally troubled during the lockdown. So we really did have a program. Of course, it was just in that one area, and we also did have a program for an international school, because children who couldn't, who couldn't interact with their peers, who couldn't get out of the house, the online learning was affecting them very, very badly. So we did have a couple of programs even for those children. So that was a very specific thing that we did. Thank you.
Just to add further, in Zonta we also have an organization for the children called the Z and the Golden Z. Z clubs cover school children, both boys and girls, and Golden Z also we cover college-going students. So right from that level itself, awareness about gender equality, say no to violence against women, and child marriage is embedded in the minds of the youngsters. So I think at that grassroots level itself, it's there in their minds, and I'm sure when they grow up, they are concerned citizens and they know their limitations. Would you like to add something? Yeah.
Just to add, at the school, I'm a principal of a school also, mentoring the students and counseling them is the call of the hour, because the pandemic has shut down the schools and the children have nowhere to go. They do their online classes, and it affects them mentally because they are not seeing their friends, they are not going out. So all these things, as he mentioned, we have the Golden Z clubs, the Z clubs. They also mentor the younger students, their colleagues, their friends, their mates, to understand and how to react to such cases. And then it's good that you have to take care of the mental health. so many programs, Zonta, all over the world and all in our district have had programs focusing on mental issues of adolescents, of not only school children but also adolescents, of women, of newly married women who cannot go out, who thinks that they have started life but everything is on a standstill. So we are very aware, and Zonta is working in every aspect where women's health, bettering their conditions and a life free of violence. So we are doing that. I hope that answers your question, because we all have the same answer to this, same response to this. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Can you have the mic?
I think I'll be louder. Well, I just had one question. Considering that Zonta, personally for me, it was quite a revelation, and to know the fabulous work that you guys are doing. So, my question was, which I keep asking myself, and after hearing all of you, was one, we need to definitely create more visibility and awareness. No two ways on that. So, my question then is that I think the ready audience for us would be the kids, would be the younger generation. Because they need to kind of get into this movement, they need to feel it, and they need to bring that into the forefront, because they are going to be our future. So, considering that both of you, I think I'm done.
The recording over.
Sorry. So considering that, you have been principals as well, and I have a son who's in the 12th, and he's in one of the city schools, all the kids these days are talking about the Model United Nations. So MUN has become quite, something which all the kids talk about. And considering that Zonta is one of the NGOs recognized by the UN, why is it that these kids don't know about the Z Club at all? Because I don't see my son talk about it. Is it difficult to really get that into schools, get that into, part of the curriculum? Because all of them have so many clubs in schools and colleges. Why is it that Zonta cannot be, kind of invited into one of these, so-called clubs in schools as a permanent fixture? Because MUN is something which is diarized in their, in their scheme of things. So why can't we work towards getting Zonta into schools as a legitimate club which the kids are part of, and where we talk to them about what Zonta does, and we get them into this entire movement? I mean, I don't know if that kind of really makes sense, but I just...
In answer to your question, let me tell you that most of the clubs were with the kids, and they have these Z clubs and Golden Z clubs and the scholarship programs, you see. So Zonta is very much there, but it needs more visibility. The thing that is required, it needs more visibility, it needs more popularity, it must, the community must understand Zonta. So it is the Zontians who have to work hard and go into every sector to make themselves seen. About the children, you said, why can't we make the children know about Zonta? So that's a very good food for thought. But we could go back to our own places and make sure that the Zonta Club in that city invites the principals and the teachers and enlightens them of what Zonta is doing, and that we would like every children of the school to be present when we are doing our courses with them, mentoring them and counseling them, so that we have to take that up as a project, an ongoing project, so that these youth have they know what Zonta is, and in future they join Zonta, the Z clubs, the Golden Z clubs, all the scholarship holders, like Amelia Earhart, I don't know whether you've heard about that. Yes, the Amelia Earhart alumni, they join Zonta, and our international president, Sharon Langford, is an Amelia Earhart fellow, and twice, and that's why she was inspired by Zonta, and she joined Zonta. So it is our duty. Zonta is there, but we can't keep it as a closed door secret. We have to let it out. We have to talk about it wherever we go, because people know Rotary, because they're doing service like Polio Plus and all the hunger, but Zonta is only focusing on the rights and equality and to do away with discrimination. Now we also have climate change, how it's affecting women and girls. So now time has come. This 100 years, we will have to make ourselves very, very visible because we are a very credible organization and everybody believes in us. That's why they put in money in the foundation, and it's called Foundation for Women now. Zonta International Foundation for Women. So thank you for focusing on this, and we will take back home and try and make Zonta penetrate into schools, colleges, where everyone, not only school colleges, I think everywhere, railway stations, the airports, so that they know that Zonta is traveling, or Zonta is traveling, Zonta is doing some good work. You should sit with them, sit with many organizations, and let them know what Zonta is all about. Just like other organizations like Rotary, Inner Wheel that they are doing. So we will also do that. We are doing it. It's not that we are not doing it. Our 16 days of activism stands tall, that they all know what it is about, and every organization is joining us. So we will now go into school level where they will know. We have programs, Girl Child Day, and our schools do observe that day, the boys and girls. It's the boys who shout out that girls, we should not be, rough with girls because they are our sisters, they're going to be our wives, our mothers. So we are making a headway, and I'm sure in the long run this will take up very well. Thank you.
Thank you. To add further, PDG, Shahnaz and I, we share the same sentiment that now interactors have taken over, especially I'm talking about Mumbai, Bombay and Colombo. Interactors have taken over. Every college and every school has an Interact Club associated with the nearest Rotary. So, as you rightly said, it's a real good for thought, as Zonchun Dilruba Madam said, okay, we would reach out to every school, invite principals, have a seminar for them and explain to them what is Zonta and try to get into as many schools and colleges as possible to have. But I must add that this biennium, we have definitely added many Z clubs and golden Z clubs, not only in India but also in Nepal, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. Thank you.
One thing more that I would like to say, this calls for no members in Zonta and more clubs, only 15 clubs, and look at the population. 15 clubs cannot penetrate into all. So I call this press meeting that it's the right of every Zontian to form another club. So the more clubs we have, the more interaction we will have, the more visibility we will be able to get. Rotary, they are in more than 110 countries, and Zonta is only in 65 or 66 countries. And in Bangladesh, Nepal, India and Sri Lanka, together we have 15 clubs. So we need to also grow to get this benefit, to go out to the society and give them the best. Thank you.
A very good question. I represent UN Committee Chairman of District 25 and Rubina Hassan. When we say CSW 65 and 66, leaving no one behind, Bangladesh and Nepal has taken a very good stand on youth acceleration program through UNICEF. And in Bangladesh, UNICEF has already started a youth shadow parliament, which is a very serious proposal that has been placed to Prime Minister's office and the ministries for the bill to be passed. And they have already established the youth shadow program, parliamentarians on different district level. We have ambassadors, and I've already placed a proposal to include our Z and Golden Z members. where they will be the voice of Bangladesh, and we would like to propose that in the district so that every country joins the Youth Shadow Parliament and the proposal goes through. And till the bill is passed, once the bill is passed, I think every school will be included in this program to have a voice. Because now the Generation Unlimited under our Prime Minister, they are emphasizing on the Youth Acceleration Program in a very, very big way. So that's a pointer for you, so that all the children of our schools of the 4 countries will be included. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rubina. Any further questions? Yes.
Sir, talking
हाँ,
Hindi.
Yes, yes. बात कर सकते हैं all.
सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि जो इंटा फाउंडेशन है, ये बोलता है कि क्या उद्देश्य है इसका कार्य करने का, मूलतः उद्देश्य क्या है और एक किन किन देशों में कार्य कर रहा है, और दूसरे क्वेश्चन हमारा है कि ये शिक्षा जगत में किस प्रकार से कार्य कर रहा है।
He's saying what is the Zonta, उसका उद्देश्य क्या है, what is the purpose of Zonta, and which countries is it associated, what countries work is being done in Zonta. Okay, Zonta का उद्देश्य ये है, जैसे हमने बोला है कि जितना हो सके इक्वालिटी, जेंडर इक्वालिटी, ओके, उस पे हम ज्यादा जोर देते हैं। नो टू वायलेंस अगेंस्ट वुमेन, अत्याचार, स्त्री अत्याचार के ऊपर ज्यादा जोर देते कि वो नहीं होना चाहिए। और बाल विवाह जो हमारे देश में बहुत प्रभावित है, चाइल्ड मैरिज जो कहते हैं, वो हम एक एग्जाम्पल आपको देना चाहता हूं। कुछ साल पहले मैं, हमारे जॉन्शंस के जो मेंबर्स थे, हम जोधपुर गए थे और वहां पर हमने 5000 बच्चों को, लड़के लड़कियां, उनके माँ बाप, उनके शिक्षक, उनके स्कूल के प्रिंसिपल, वहां पे 5000 लोग, मई का महीना था, 50 डिग्री लगभग गर्मी थी, ककड़ी धूप थी, वहां हमने सबको शपथ दिलवाई कि हम ये शपथ लेते हैं कि अगर हमारे माँ बाप हमें किसी भी तरह से जोर जबरदस्ती करे हमारी शादी करवाने के लिए, हम से नो, बस बहुत हो गया, इनफ। और ये स्टॉप, नो, बहुत हो गया, इनफ, ये एक नारा, जैसे एक क्लैरियन कॉल है, स्लोगन है कि एक बार एक स्त्री ने कह दिया नो, स्टॉप, इनफ, इसका मीनिंग होता है कि वी मीन बिजनेस, नो मीन्स नो, ओके। तो ये सब चीजें करते हैं। जोंटा का जो प्रभाव 102 साल पहले जो शुरू हुआ, बफेलो, न्यूयॉर्क में हुआ था 1919 में। तब से हर एक देश में, प्रैक्टिकली पूरे वर्ल्ड में, ये माना जाता है कि जितना प्रभाव रोटरी का है, लायंस का है, उतना जोंटा का नहीं है। बट धीरे धीरे अभी लोग जानते हैं कि जोंटा क्या है, क्योंकि रोटरी, ये लोग सब यूनिवर्सल चीजें करते हैं। हम लोग ज्यादातर स्त्री हक के लिए जो हमारी लड़ाई होती है, और लड़कियों के लिए उनका पालन पोषण, उनकी पढ़ाई, उनकी शिक्षा, उनके अगेंस्ट जो अत्याचार होता है, उनके बारे में जो हम इश्यूज, जो मुद्दा उठाते हैं, वो और कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, आप लायंस बोलो, रोटरी, कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं उठाता जितना ये मुद्दे जो है, जो इश्यूज है, जो जोंटा उठाती है। तो हमारे वहाँ 89 कंट्रीज है पूरे देश में जहां पर जोंटा क्लब्स है। और यूरोप पूछो, अमेरिका पूछो, यूएस, एशिया में है, साउथ अमेरिका में है। तो ये जो वर्क है, ये गोल्स हमारे यूनिवर्सल है, हमारा जो मकसद है एक ही है, पर हर एक कंट्री, हर एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट का जो प्रॉब्लम्स है वो अलग अलग रहते हैं, ठीक है। तो उस हिसाब से हम वो इश्यूज को टैकल करते हैं, ठीक है।
तो शिक्षा जगत में क्या योगदान है?
शिक्षा जगत में, जैसे हमने अभी कुछ देर पहले या पैनलिस्ट ने कहा कि लड़के और लड़कियों को, दोनों को शिक्षित करते हैं कि इज्जत कीजिए, एक एक का आदर कीजिए। और खास करके पैंडेमिक में जहां बच्चे खास करके मेंटली अफेक्ट हुए, जैसे हमने कुछ देर पहले मैंने कहा कि जो मेंटल स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर्स है वो अभी अभी नया या इंडिया या बांग्लादेश या नेपाल या श्रीलंका में, इफ यू अग्री विथ मी, ये नई नई चीजें अभी आई है। वेस्ट में तो पहले था मेंटल इश्यूज क्या है, आज अवेयरनेस ज्यादा, जब पैंडेमिक के बाद जो लोग अफेक्ट हुए वो अवेयरनेस ज्यादा हुआ है। तो बच्चों के लिए भी ये शिक्षा देते हैं बचपन से, जो हमने जी क्लब चालू किया है स्कूल बच्चों के लिए, गोल्डन जी क्लब चालू किया है कॉलेज बच्चों के लिए, कि जितना हो सके एक एक को इज्जत दीजिए, आदर कीजिए, और जो हमारा जोंटा मिशन है, जोंटा गोल्स है, वो उसी टाइम हम बच्चों के दिमाग में डालना चाहते हैं। ठीक है।
आपने पूछा क्या प्रभाव है जोंटा का सोसाइटी के ऊपर, तो ये प्रभाव है कि जो जहाँ जहाँ जोंटा है वो दिखा रहा है कि औरतें और मर्द सेम हाँ, और नौकरी में समान। तो और जहाँ नौकरी में अब लड़के लोग को इंटरव्यू होते हैं, लड़की लोग का होते हैं, तो क्या होता है, देखा जाता है कोई लड़की लड़का से भी ऊंचा है, मगर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, ये लड़की है ये नहीं सकेगी, और 2 दिन बाद इसका शादी होगा, बच्चा होगा, शादी होगा, बच्चा होगा, ऐसा नहीं सकेगी। तो मर्द का क्या बच्चा नहीं होता है, उसका भी तो डैडी है, तो उसका भी तो काम बन जाता है। तो क्यों हम लोग करेंगे जो एक मर्द जिसका एजुकेशन औरत से कम है, मगर औरत का दूसरा और प्रॉब्लम देखेगा, तो ऐसा नहीं होता। जोंटा का प्रभाव है मर्दों को और औरत को सेम लेवल में लाने के लिए। इसके लिए हर दुनिया में हमारा जितने जगह में जोंटा है, हम आवाज करेंगे, मेरा आवाज जोर के आवाज करेंगे that we are women, we are achievers and we want to survive in the same status as a man does. तो ये होते होते इक्वल राइट। आप अगर जमीन खरीद सकोगे तो औरतें क्यों नहीं सकेगा, उसको ये पावर देने के लिए जोंटा का प्रभाव है। पावर अंदर, एक औरत का अंदर जो पावर है उसको निकालना, वो जो टैलेंट है उसको निकालना करके समान करके दोनों मियाँ बीवी या दोनों भाई बहन या दोनों जो भी है साथ एक साथ चलेंगे। ये जोंटा यही सिखा रहा है पूरा पृथ्वी को, जो वुमेन राइट है ह्यूमन राइट। वुमेन का अधिकार अलग नहीं है, पुरुष का अधिकार अलग नहीं है, हमारा अधिकार है एक, मगर एक जगह एक है। जो लड़की को आधा प्रॉपर्टी मिलेगा, लड़का को पूरा प्रॉपर्टी मिलेगा। कुछ रिलीजियस इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, अभी हम लोग सोशली मांग रहे हैं जो सब समान होगा, सबको एक साथ काम करना पड़ेगा। ये प्रभाव को लोग मांग रहे हैं ग्रास रूट लेवल से लेके, जैसे इन्होंने कहा, जो जोधपुर का बात कहा, ग्रास रूट लेवल से लेके एकदम हाईएस्ट टू द प्रेसिडेंट लेवल। देखिए आप कमला हैरिस को, कहाँ कभी अमेरिका में हुआ कोई औरत वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, अब सामने देखिए अब औरत भी प्रेसिडेंट हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ये सब बड़े औरतें, ये लोग अपना वॉइस दिया है, हम लोग को मोटिवेट किया है। हम लोग कंजर्वेटिव सोसाइटी का है, मगर आज हम लोग घर से निकल के बाहर में प्लेकार्ड लेके बोल रहा है मर्द और औरत समान। यही है जोंटा का प्रभाव।
क्वेश्चन हो रहा है।
हाँ, आई थिंक ये हम लास्ट क्वेश्चन कह देंगे, बिकॉज टी ब्रेक के बाद हमारा ये भी है कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग, डिस्ट्रिक्ट मीटिंग। बोलिए
सर, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ, जैसे कि पूरे विश्व में कोरोना का एक महामारी का दौर चालू है, तो इस दौर में जोंटा फाउंडेशन ने क्या कार्य किया प्रमुख रूप से?
जोंटा ने बहुत कुछ किया है इसके बारे में। हाँ, जो आपको जो प्रेस किट दिया हुआ है उसमें आपको पूरा डिटेल्स मिल जाएगा। जोंटा ने, जैसे हमारे पास डीजी ने कहा कि हॉस्पिटल्स जो इलिक्विड थी, माने हॉस्पिटल्स में जो सामान नहीं थे, बिकॉज जब कोविड आया पहले तो कुछ महीनों तक डॉक्टर्स को खुद पता नहीं था कि क्या हो रहा है। जितने पहले पेशेंट्स आ रहे थे वो एक्सपेरिमेंटल बेसिस पे ठीक हो रहे थे या कोई ठीक नहीं हो रहा था। बाद में जब रिसर्च हुआ, बाद में डिटेल्स हुए कि भाई ये दवा चलती है, ये दवा चलती है, टेस्ट एंड ट्राइड दवाओं के बाद कुछ महीनों के बाद मालूम पड़ा कि कोविड क्या है, तब स्थिति सामान्य हुई और स्टेबल हुआ। तो जैसे श्रीलंका ने 7 मिलियन रुपीस, श्रीलंकन रुपीस उन्होंने इकट्ठा किए, उन्होंने कलेक्ट किए और हॉस्पिटल्स में इक्विपमेंट्स दिए। हमने भी बॉम्बे में यही किया हुआ है। काफ़ी कुछ हॉस्पिटल्सों में, खास करके म्यूनिसिपल हॉस्पिटल्स में और काफ़ी कोई प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल्स में चीज़ें नहीं थी, वो हमने भी सेम थिंग।
हाई फ्लो कैनोला बहुत हॉस्पिटल में नहीं थे, अगर हम लोग सब जोंटा से हम लोग हाई फ्लो कैनोला लिया, बांग्लादेश में
Yes.
सब कंट्रीज में सब डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ मास्क, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ PPE, हजार हम लोग दिया, ऑक्सीजन,
हैंड सैनिटाइजर, मास्क, PPE किट्स, फीडिंग, घर कितने लोगों को खाना खिलाया है, राशन दिया हुआ है, ओके, और ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर्स, ऑक्सीजन कॉन्सेंट्रेटर्स, ये सब डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया हुआ है। सो जोंटा सिर्फ स्त्री और मर्द के लिए नहीं है, बट ये सर्विस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है। सिटी में एरियाज लिए हैं, वार्ड्स लिए हैं, जहां उनको रिहैब कर सकते हैं, उनका खाना पीना पालन पोषण सब जो पेंडेमिक से अफेक्टेड है उन सब का हमने उद्धार किया है। यस, पैसे दिए हैं, नगद पैसे दिए हैं। जिसको नौकरी नहीं, मेरी नौकरी चली गई है, नगद पैसे दिए हैं ताकि कोई रात को भूखा सो सके और कोई पैसे भी हो तो कुछ गलत नहीं करे, चोरी डकैत कुछ नहीं करे। ट्रेनिंग और ट्रेनिंग भी दिया हुआ है। ओके, थैंक यू सर। और अभी मैं प्रेस से अनुरोध करता हूं कि जो आज आपने सुना, what you have heard, I request the press to help us create more visibility of Zonta. Through you, you can spread across this message about Zonta in your press, in your blogs, in your channel, so that more and more people are aware what Zonta is and help us to make Zonta more visible, not only in our 4 countries in District 25, but in the entire world. Okay?
I would just like to make a mention, I mean for us the awareness, actually maybe my colleague and my friend Akshay and myself, we came for Diana and you have been the brand ambassador for them, so you know it's a shocker that you guys do such great work, magnitude of such magnitude that we weren't aware. So good luck to you all, and probably yes we can do something together. Thank you.
And it's also the media who actually carries our message forward. So thank you so much.
Yes, I'd just like to add, because when Eric said, Diana, I need you to do this press conference for us, I said, yes, absolutely, I'll be here early in the morning. But I said, today what we require is, the call for the day is social media. So, yes, we have a lot of oldies and Azontians, but we need the young ones to come in also. And also when the young ones are coming in, we need the social media to be there and the right channels to want more young ones to come in. So today blogging, Facebook and the other Twitter and whatnot. Instagram, yes. So these are the channels which we need to push more and more. So that's why I invited my friends. I said you have to come, have a look and see what we are doing, so that maybe 2 people will talk to 4, 4 will talk to 8, and that's how we are going to multiply more and more.
I would like to add something as the web IT master of District 25, that yes, the social media is extremely important. So as we talk today, whatever has happened in this room was live on our page. So whoever was on our page has been able to be a part of this, what we are doing. We are working very hard and we need help from everybody to show our presence and to showcase exactly what we are doing. thank you, Governor Eric, for giving us this chance. And we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, and we have a very, very active website. Thank you.
So, just one last thing before I know you are rushing off, but just felt that I wanted to let you all know that I think Zonta thus far has been the best kept secret, and the world now needs to know about you guys more. So I think we need to go for it, and I think you all are doing a fantastic job. I mean, you can't even, I don't even know, I've got goosebumps just listening to what you all do. And like I said, 100 years, 30 years, we're celebrating the Pearl celebration in, in our club, and we don't know about it. So I am so happy that I'm here, and thanks Diana for, inducting me into this fantastic movement, which you rightly said, we talk to 4 people, 10 people, and the movement goes on. And before you know it, it's going to reach the world. So the best kept secret is now going to be out of the bag, and hopefully we get more of us into the fold.
It will be like Coca-Cola.
Fantastic.
Rolex. Mercedes. That's what Zonta is going to be.
Fabulous, and I'm into this. Thank you, guys.
To keep the positivity going on.
100%.
Positive in everything that yes.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen on the dais.
Absolutely.
I take this opportunity to thank our friends from the media and social media platforms for attending this press conference and for the coverage that you will provide for our District 25 conference and Zonta International. I thank the members on the dais for addressing the media and getting our Zonta goals and ideals out there. And I welcome everybody to join us for a short high tea and the media friends to collect a small token of our appreciation at the end of it. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Diana. Thank you very much for putting up such a great press conference. Thank you.